Last month I released Mira, an agentic AI system for company data enrichment. Since then it has expanded with new features like configurable agents, bulk enrichment, and personalized outreach. The project is fully open source under the MIT license, and all of these changes have been happening publicly on GitHub. I'm Dimi. I've spent the past decade building AI systems for businesses. In this video, I'll show you what's new and how Mira scales to real-world workflows. In Mira, everything starts with agents. An agent is a workflow designed for a specific purpose, like research, evaluation, or outreach. Each one has its own configuration, where you decide what data to collect, which sources to use, how to analyze the results, and optionally generate personalized outreach based on the research. Once you've given your agent a name and defined the data points you want to collect, the next step is choosing the sources. This is where you decide where Mira should look for information. When you enable Website Explorer, Mira doesn't just look at the home page. It finds the pages most relevant to your data points and gathers information from them. For example, if you're looking for press mentions, it might check press or news pages. If you're interested in hiring activity, it could look at careers or jobs pages. This way, Mira finds the pages most likely to hold the information you need. With the LinkedIn source, Mira gathers structured information from the company profile and its LinkedIn posts to add more context. With Google search source, Mira automatically creates tailored search queries based on your data points and gathers information from the results. For example, if you're looking for recent funding, it might search for company name, funding round, and capture details from the articles it finds. This helps Mira capture what's being reported about the company across the web. In the analysis section, you go beyond collecting data and actually evaluate companies. The key option here is company criteria. This is where you set the kind of criteria you want. For example, companies that have raised funding recently or fit certain industry requirements. When the agent runs, Mira checks each company against those rules and gives you a fit score with reasoning. You can then filter your list by these scores to focus on the companies that fit your criteria. Finally, you can turn research into action with outreach. Mira drafts personalized LinkedIn messages and emails based on the research results. You guide it with your own instructions, so the outreach matches your goals and style. Once you configure an agent, you can run it on a single company or on a list of companies. I've set up a few agents here to demonstrate different use cases. Let's start by running the research agent on a single company to see how it works. When you enter a company URL, the system shows what it's doing behind the scenes. The progress panel walks through each step, exploring the website, checking LinkedIn, and running Google searches. If at any point Mira finds all the requested data points with high confidence, it stops the process early to save time and credits. When the run finishes, you get a complete profile with all the data points you requested. Each data point comes with its source and a confidence score, so you can see exactly where the information came from and how reliable it is. You can also explore the full list of sources the agent used. A research agent like this is useful whenever you need structured company profiles quickly. For example, you can use it to enrich your CRM with missing details, or to do background research before a meeting. Next, let's look at the evaluation agent. This one checks companies against the criteria you set and gives each company a fit score with reasoning. When the process finishes, you get a profile with the usual data points, plus a fit score and an explanation of why the company scored that way. This kind of agent is useful when you need to turn a long list of companies into a targeted list, filtering out the ones that don't meet your criteria. Now let's turn research into action with the outreach agent. In this case, we'll run it on a list of companies. Mira processes each company and generates outreach based on the research and your instructions. When it's finished, you see a list of companies. By clicking any of them, you can open the details with drafted LinkedIn and email messages. Finally, you can download a CSV that includes both the research and outreach data, ready to use manually or in your preferred outreach tool. These were just a few examples of what you can do with agents in Mira. You can create your own agents with different configurations to fit your workflows. All of these updates are already live on GitHub, along with documentation to help you get started. If you'd like to see more practical insights and tools on using AI in the real world, consider subscribing. And if you'd like to explore bringing Mira into your company or building something similar, feel free to reach out.